All right, Dave Dersham, thanks so
Hi,
much
Chris.
for
How you doing?
performing on Advocate Sessions today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
First off, how did you get your start writing music? Writing your own original music?
I don't think there's a turning point. It just kind of evolved slowly. I just started playing open mics actually in Northampton about 20 years ago, more or less, and then went to Boston soon after that. But I was in a band in high school, but it didn't really pan out, and I just did it for like 1 year, and then I didn't really play in college or most of my 20s, so I started kind of late. And I guess I like the creative process. That's about all I can say about
Okay.
it.
Well, I really like one thing that really struck me about your songs you performed today were the lyrics and just how you brought a lot of disparate elements together in a really cohesive way. So what's the process like for you when you're writing songs?
It's the sufferings of an English major, I suppose. Try not to sound too academic or pedantic, but if those literary illusions are in my brain or in my cells on some level, so try to massage them a bit, bring them back in an interesting manner, I suppose. Yeah.
And who are some of your influences in terms of your music?
Greg Brown, and I like Captain Beefheart. I don't sound like Captain Beefheart, but I like his sensibility. He's pretty out there. He's pretty bizarre.
I would have never guessed Beefheart.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I hate Zappa. Love Beefheart. Same high school, by the way. But yeah, they're very different, but they're very similar at the same time. Very avant-garde. But yeah, I like Beefheart. I like Joni Mitchell. I love her chord progressions and voicings. They're too sophisticated for me, but I do love the way they sound. But Greg Brown's kind of the template. Yeah.
And one of the songs you shared today, you said it was pretty new. Are you working on anything, any sort of projects or?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to do a CD thing. I just can't figure out the medium. No one buys CDs anymore. So I think I'm going to do, I want to try to resurrect my home studio and maybe have it like a, what would you call it? A subscription to yearly music. So, you'd pay maybe $20 a year to get an album's worth of material, maybe an album and a half worth of material. You could pay quarterly, so you get stuff that's kind of in process, stuff that's more polished, and everything in between. And you have a subscription because I think that would kind of keep people in your mind more as an artist. And you could get a CD if you wanted to, but you'd most likely have downloads and that sort of thing.
That's an interesting concept. Yeah. I mean, I'm
not the first person to think about it.
Yeah. It's an interesting kind of dilemma for musicians, kind of in the digital age. And,
right. Well, it's digital. So how do you harvest that in an interesting way? Because it's going to be digital. I mean, people don't buy CDs anymore. I mean, they don't want physical CDs. I mean, they have it maybe as an emblem of the moment or a souvenir, but they push it right into their computer or their iPod. They don't necessarily pick it up and play it. New cars don't even have CD players. So
yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that because back, I think in the winter, I interviewed Tracy Grammer for an article.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Lucy Kaplansky.
Oh, sure.
Who I interviewed.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
kind of her workaround was just having her album exclusively on her site, on her website, and not anywhere else.
Right.
So, I mean,
that's smart. I think more people should do that. That's kind of what I'm going to do, in a sense. Yeah.
And last, do you have any shows coming up?
I'm playing Dream Away this Friday, which is up in Beckett. It's just shy of an hour, but it's a really fun place to be. And it's probably got a little snow up there, but it's a beautiful spot. It's right against the October Mountain Forest. And I'm playing a house concert in town, so if you want to look me up, I can get you the information on that. I'm online, it's just myname.com.
Cool.
So.
Well, thanks again, Dave.
Thanks,
Great
Chris.
set.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.